How's everybody doing today? My name's Tara, this is Sheldon, and you're watching day 5 of Horrorween. So, we watched Sissy. I had never heard of this at all until I turned on Shudder the other day and it was there. And I watched the trailer and it looked interesting, so that's what we ended up watching. So, Sissy came out in 2022. It literally came out the other day. And it's written and directed by Hannah Barlow and Kane Scenes or Sines. I'm not sure. Kane somebody. It stars Aisha D, Yaren Ha, and Lucy Barrett. Okay? And the plot, basically, spoilers ahead, Cecilia is an influencer. She's one of these, what would you call it? Spiritual type people? Like, maybe. She's like, breathe and like, what does she call it? Mental health advocate?
Yeah,
this kind of a thing. She has a following of 200,000 people who all love and adore her and think she's like, they think the sun shines out of her ass. Like, basically. She's like the best thing in the world. She's so sweet.
Like
she's so kind.
They have the utmost respect.
Yeah, they love her so much. Her childhood best friend's name is Emma. They were literally like close as thieves, or what is it, tight as thieves, whatever you call it.
Yeah, whatever you want to.
Right? A girl named Alex, who's a bit of a bully as a kid, got in between them and they were no longer friends. They happened to meet up in a pharmacy, and Emma invites Cecilia, who used to go by Sissy, because it's Cecilia, Sissy, mm-hmm. And also they called each other like sisters, so Sissy. She invites Cecilia to her bachelorette party and her bachelorette weekend, basically, out at a cabin. When we get there, this one, Alex, owns this cabin, or it's not really a cabin, it's like a big summer home. It's fancy as hell.
It is.
She owns this place and doesn't know that Cecilia is coming. This causes quite the tension because back in, when they were, what, 12? How old is it? 13.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cecilia had attacked Alex for stealing her best friend. As kids do, so you think. Alex is a stone cold bitch the whole time. Alex is complete bitch, and you're kind of on the side of Cecilia until you realize that Cecilia is a goddamn psychopath. Completely. This is one of those unreliable narrator things where you're following the bad guy, basically.
Basically, yeah.
But you don't realize you're following the bad guy. You think, like, oh my god, she's trying to get her best friend back type thing, but she has all this anxiety and everything she needs to overcome, and like, Alex picks on her and is really mean to her and calls her Sissy the Sissy and all this stuff. But it turns out Alex didn't just attack, or Sissy didn't attack Alex per se, like a normal kid would attack her. She stabbed her in the face with a trowel. And this is why Alex has a big scar on her face.
Yep.
Turns out, Cecilia has some kind of like extreme narcissistic disorder where she needs attention in order to be okay at all.
Yep.
Like, she starts hyperventilating. If she's having a panic attack, she has to go on her social media and look at all her fans, like, saying how much they love her, and that's the only thing that makes her happy. And she's completely obsessed with Emma, the childhood best friend. Like, obsessed. And this is what triggered her to go insane as a child, is that Emma and Alex had the best friend heart necklaces that we all had as children. I know you probably didn't, obviously.
I didn't, obviously.
I had some of them. You have your best friend little necklaces with the broken heart. Yeah. She sees that Alex and Emma are still wearing them. And she goes absolutely crazy. Like, really crazy. And doesn't realize she's crazy. It's so twisted. It's supposed to be a comedy, but it's really kind of tense at the same time. Because Cecilia, she has these fits of rage if things aren't going her way.
Yeah.
she has these huge fits of rage. And she ends up hitting Alex over the head when she gets Alex alone, tries to talk to her. And Alex is like, no, like, whatever, you tried to kill me. So Alex takes out Sissy's phone and tries to tell all her followers that she's not who you think she is. She tried to kill her as a child with a trowel, and she's not this, oh, love, peace, innocence thing. No, she's a crazy person. And when she does that, Alex hits her over the head with this big amethyst thing that they're carrying around with them, because it's very new agey. There's crystals and all this stuff.
Yeah.
But she hits her over the head with it. She thinks she kills her, buries her, films a video sitting on the grave with all these things, and it's like, I'm having a panic that I'm going to put my rope around me in my safe space, sitting on this girl's grave, which is not deep enough. So another friend shows up. There's Sissy, there's Emma, there's Alex, there's Fran, which is Emma's fiance.
Yes.
And there's two that I can't remember the name of. There's the cute Asian girl that didn't do shit to nobody except for she kind of is slightly mean. And then there's the gay guy that walks with the cane, who's kind of a bitch. But he shows up because he doesn't know where anybody's to, and he's drunk as hell. So he's gone to take a piss. They're out in the woods at this point. He takes a piss on the grave. He thinks it's her healing circle. And he's taking a piss. I don't know what just fell. We're going to ignore that. And uncovers Alex's face. He's pissing on her face. Which is even more funny if you think about it, because she's alive.
Yep.
We think she's dead, but she's alive.
Very much so.
He realizes that she's there. And Sissy's like, no, it was an accident. Like, nothing is her fault. Nothing is ever her fault. She gaslights everybody. It's really freaky. She's like, no, it's not what it looks like. It was an accident. And backs him up to the point where he's standing on the edge of a cliff and has his, like, crutch out gonna hit her, and she just pushes the crutch, and he goes down, and he fucking goes splat. Holy shit, and hits things on the way down.
Uh-huh.
Like, this is a brutal movie.
Yeah.
It is very brutal, and it continuously gets more brutal. Because we get back to the lake house then, and the Asian girl's after going back because she can't find her friend, the gay guy. She's gone looking for him. Leaves the couple alone because Emma is really mad that Alex is talking shit about Sissy, because Emma is actually a good person in this. She just wants everybody to get along. Like, she do. I had to sneeze before this started, and I still haven't really sneezed, so... Give me a sec. Nope. Okay. Don't you hate that?
It's the worst.
I hate it. The cute Asian girl goes back to the lake house looking for her friend, and finds... Sissy follows her back.
Yes.
Goes back too. And when she shows up, she takes a stick and cuts herself with it.
Yeah.
Wow, because she's like, Alex attacked me. Like, look what she did. And like, no, you did that. Just, oh my god. And she gets in the bathtub. Like, the Asian girl puts her in the bathtub and is all like, oh my god, we're gonna get you cleaned up. Mm-hmm. You relax, put on this face mask. And then she triggers her again and she gets angry. I forget what she says to her. She says something to her that triggers her. And she puts the girl in the bathtub, and it's one of those whirlpool bathtubs, and her hair gets stuck.
That was so...
And rips.
Yeah. Rips the scalp right off. Oh my god.
It's so gross.
Mm-hmm.
Then she gets in the car to leave. Mm-hmm. Ends up running into Fran, who's looking for Emma, who got split up. Everybody splits up, gets split up.
Yeah. And
they're all trying to find each other. But Sissy finds them all first. She kills Fran by causing an accident. And Fran can't get her seatbelt done up, and she just keeps going faster, and she crashes. And Fran goes through the windshield, because the windshield's already cracked. Because earlier on, they hit a kangaroo, because this is an Australian film. So they don't hit deer like they do in America. They hit kangaroos.
I like that.
And I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
I'm not saying I like the fact that
hit
kangaroo, but the fact that...
And when they hit the kangaroo, it didn't die. So to put it out of its misery, they ran back over it and squished the head. Yep. Which is what she does to Fran. Fran flies through the window, is not
And-
dead. And it zooms in on her face, getting crushed by the wheel.
They show it, like.
Yeah, they don't just not cut away. They linger.
They put it in slow motion.
Like, they slow this car down, just in this squish. So that takes care of Fran. Meanwhile, Alex wakes up and crawls her way out of the grave.
Yep.
And at this point, we're rooting for Alex, who's a stone cold bitch, but I mean, at this point, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, that makes sense for her hating Sissy. Although, she is a bully. I will give Sissy that. She was a bully when she was a kid, too.
Yep.
But, she goes back to the lake house, because she just killed Fran. So she goes back to the lake house. Emma makes it back to the lake house. Before Emma gets there, Sissy beats the crap out of herself.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Emma Roberts in Scream 4.
Yeah.
Jill, when she beats the crap out of herself, she does that, and when Emma comes in, it's like, Alex did it, she killed everyone, and she's trying to attack me, and it's this whole big thing, like she's blaming it all on Alex. But then Emma notices that when she killed Alex, Sissy took the necklace,
Yeah.
the heart, and she's wearing it. And she's trying to pull it off like that was theirs all along. It's like, no, no, no. That was Emma and Alex had the two hearts, not Emma and Sissy.
Mm-hmm. And we said right away she was going to notice it.
Yes. Now, Alex shows back up. Alex has been hit in the head. Keep this in mind. She can't see very well. She just dug her way out of a grave. She can't really see. Like, everything's hazy and blurry. Meanwhile, Sissy, the night before, had dyed her hair pink. And when Emma figured out that Sissy was doing everything, Sissy ties Emma up. And it's very much like the Loved Ones. I was talking about the Loved Ones on Tuesday Top Tuesday. It's very much like that, where she thinks everything's fine. She got like the little... She's like, oh, look, we're dyeing your hair pink. Because when they were kids, they used to wear pink wigs and do pop star stuff. She dyes her hair. She's like cutting her hair. She's tied to the chair. It's creepy. It's given misery. Like, you know, it's creepy. She's obsessed. But now both of them have pink hair. They get into a squabble because Emma escapes. Alex comes in, goes to kill Sissy.
Oh.
But it's not Sissy, it's Emma.
Yeah.
And she beats her face in with Buddy's crutch. Because she finds Buddy at the bottom of the cliff and his crutch.
And they don't... They
No,
show it.
They show it, and everything is beautifully, graphically practical and gorgeous, and just then, the cops show up, because at some point Emma did have time to call the cops. The cops show up and shoot Alex in the head because she's smashing the fuck out of somebody's face with a cane, and Sissy's there like, no, don't hurt me.
And my favorite part of that is the fact when she hauls the bullet
Yeah, the
out.
bullet gets stuck, but that's the only unfortunate thing. That was the only bit of, like, digital gore that was in it, is the digital blood squirting out. She pulled the bullet out of her head, and blood squirted out, and it was digital. I was like, oh, man, you could have just made that little squirt just didn't need to be digital, and it would have been perfect.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's fun. They kill Alex. Cece gets away with it, blames everything on Alex. And she's now has several million subscribers, has written a book about the whole thing, how she survived Alex's massacre. It's fucked.
It is.
It is so fucked. It's basically if Jill Roberts in Scream 4 had gotten away with it.
Mm-hmm.
It's so fucked up. And if you're someone who has dealt with a lot of, like, narcissistic people and a lot of gaslighting, it'll get you, because the two of us, both of us were sat there like, this is giving me really bad anxiety.
It gave me a lot of bad anxiety, to be honest with you.
Like, it's a very tense movie, with it also being funny.
Yes.
Because it is really funny, but not in, again, it's similar to, like, when the screaming starts. Yeah. It's funny, but in a absurd way.
Yes.
The way that she can switch from one to another, where she's in this big fits of rage, and then she sees, like, her little heart thing, or the glitter nail polish on her nails that reminds her of Emma, and she's just, ah. And she's like, oh my god, it's so fucked.
She's trying to play innocent the whole time, like, and it's
and she
scary.
gets away with it. It's so funny. The only other note I have written there is the fact that when they're in the The beginning of it. When they're in the drugstore. The tampons are called Bloody Brilliant.
Oh, yeah.
And I thought that was actually, well, Bloody Brilliant. Like, I want tampons called Bloody Brilliant because that's funny. And the pregnant lady. Sissy keeps accidentally knocking over this pregnant lady to the point where she hits her with a car at one point. Like, she doesn't hurt her, obviously, but, like,
No.
she bumps into her. The next, she knocks her over, knocks all of her stuff on the ground. And then the next time you see her, she's pulling out of her parking spot, and she runs into this pregnant lady again. It's like, what are you doing? And right at the beginning, you can tell something's off with Sissy.
Yeah.
Because she's doing her little meditation thing and her little self-help guru thing with her pink background. And then she gets up. Now, granted, I'm doing a backdrop here. This is a backdrop. Right there, there's a big old tall fan. Over there, there's a dog and a pile of laundry. Like, my house don't look like this all the time, but her house literally goes from this pretty pink backdrop thing to complete mess of an apartment where she sat down eating pizza completely alone.
Yeah.
So online, she has 200,000 people that adore her. In real life, nobody.
Yeah.
Nothing. So you know there's something up there. Why do people only like the online version of her?
Exactly.
Why don't she have any real life friends? Because she's fucking crazy.
She is. Like, at first, we never thought of it, but...
Like, I noticed that her house, I thought that was funny, because I'm like, yeah, same, you know, I do my hair and everything for this, and then I'm just gonna go and eat some pizza and smoke a bowl. Like, you know, like, like, but no, this was pretty extreme difference. So, yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one. It really, really, really is.
Now, with that said, now we know the story of how it goes. I wouldn't mind sitting down watching it.
It might be funnier the second time when you're not trying to figure out, like, what the fuck is wrong with this girl? Like, it might be a bit funnier when you're not almost having a panic attack. When she hits... not hits. She don't hit Fran. When she stops the car and Fran goes through the windshield.
Yes, yeah.
And then she goes out, literally, Sissy was driving. Sissy sped up as fast as she could go, then slammed on the brakes so that she went out through the windshield. And she looked at Fran and goes, "Why did you do that?" I'm like, bitch, you're crazy. Nope. No longer on her side. Like, you're not on her side by the end of this. You are at the beginning. You are not on her side at the end of this. It's really, really good.
It is, though.
I thought it was a lot better than it was gonna be. But that happens to me a lot. I'm a very positive person when it comes to movies, so if I don't like something, it's probably garbage.
Yeah.
It probably is. If it has a lot of fun to it, and if it can scare me especially, I love it. So I'm a pretty positive Pete when it comes to movie, but I really did like this a lot. Anything else you need to say about it?
I think we covered everything.
All right.
I think
So that's Sissy. That is day 5. We will see you tomorrow for day 6, which is, I believe, our first anthology, right?
Second one, actually.
Yes.
All Hallows Eve 2.
Right, because we did All Hallows Eve already. So All Hallows Eve is tomorrow. So we'll see you then. Bye!